Okay, so starting in a child's pose, just let the hips sink back down to the heels, have the knees nice and wide, and bring the head down to the mat. Then start to take your focus to your breath. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Another breath in, and another breath out. One final breath. Then start reaching the head up, placing the hands flat on the ground, come up to a tabletop position. So have the shoulders above the wrists and the hips directly above the knees. And we'll take some cat-cows. As you breathe in, gaze up to the sky, navel down to the mat. Exhale, scoop the belly in, gazing down. Another breath in as you gaze up. And then as you exhale, the belly comes in, gazing down to the mat. One last breath in. And one last breath out. And then come back to a neutral spine and just start to freestyle the cat-cow. So literally any movements that feel good in your body. Maybe backwards and forwards. Making some gentle circles all the way around. Take one final breath wherever you are. Then come back to your tabletop. Tuck the toes and lift the hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Now those fingers spread really nice and wide, hands about shoulder distance, feet are about hip distance apart. Maybe it feels good to just stay there, or maybe you want to start pedaling out the feet a little. Try to keep that spine really nice and long. So if you need to, maybe taking a bit of a bend in the knees to keep that spine as long as possible. One last breath in. And one last breath out, and then on the next inhale, lift the right leg high and start to open out that hip. Take a bend in the knee, and then maybe start to take a few hip circles. And on the next breath, square off that hip, lengthen the leg lower down. Same thing on the left leg. Take a deep breath in, sweep the left leg up, and then open out that hip, keeping the shoulders level as you bend the left knee. And then a few circles. And then again, squaring off the hips, straightening out that leg, slowly lowering it down to the mat. And then from there, just take a few slow steps to the front of the mat. And when you get there, finding your ragdoll. Letting the whole body be really nice and heavy, nice and loose, no tension. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes, and then release the hands down to the ground and slowly start to roll yourself up. Bring yourself to Tadasana, mountain pose. Have the feet together, maybe a slight gap between the heels with the toes touching. Close down the eyes, see how you feel really active here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and then take the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back and down, and feel the crown of your head reaching up to the sky. On the next breath in, raise the arms up, and then as you exhale, fold the body down, keeping that spine long. Take an inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back to plank pose. Shoulders above those wrists, heels are off the ground, so keep the legs nice and active. Another breath in. As you exhale, lower those knees, bend the elbows. Inhale as you lift, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Last breath in, and then on the next exhale, take a bend of the knees, step or maybe lightly jump to the front. Inhale, lift the chest halfway, exhale as you fold. Inhale to lift you all the way up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. So we'll take that one more time. Inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, stepping back to plank. Maybe you lower the knees, maybe take a chaturanga. Inhale as you lift the chest. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And on the next breath in here, lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, stepping in between the hands, high lunge. Sweep the arms up as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, open out, warrior two. Maybe you need to shuffle the foot a little. A long wide stance, right knee above that right ankle. Take a deep breath in, and then flip that front palm, reverse the warrior. Keep reaching over with that right hand, letting the left hand trickle down the left leg. Another breath in, and as you exhale, folding back the other way, extended side ankle. Rooting down through that left foot and reaching up to the corner of the ceiling with the left hand. One last breath in. As you exhale, starting to straighten that leg, bringing the arms up so they're parallel to the earth. Taking a deep inhale and breathing out there, setting up for Trikonasana triangle pose, and reach the hands forward as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, lowering that right hand down, maybe the left hand reaches up to the sky. One last breath in there. Exhale, take that gaze back down. Take a bend of that knee, find your warrior two pose, and then cartwheel the hands down and back to plank. Stepping back, lowering through your chaturanga. Take an inhale as you lift the chest, and then exhale back to downward dog. So we'll take that same sequence on the left side, just taking a few more breaths there before we move on. As you breathe in, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, stepping it in between the hands, high lunge on the left side, sweep the arms up, breathing in, allowing the arms to reach up as the shoulders melt down, opening out, warrior two. Reaching those hands in opposite directions so that the arms are really active. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. And just let that right hand, move down the right leg, and keep those legs in your warrior two stance. Take one last breath in, and then slowly releasing back up, extended side angle. Resting the left hand on that left thigh, sweeping the right arm. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe spiral the torso up a little more to the sky. Final breath in, and then slowly start straightening that left leg, bringing the arms parallel to the ground. Trikonasana pose. Inhale, reaching forwards. Exhale, folding that left hand down to the ground and reaching up with the right hand. Last breath in, and then sending the gaze back down to the ground, bending that left knee, and then cartwheeling the hands back down to the mat, stepping back to plank, moving through your vinyasa. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to downward dog. And just take a bend of the knees here in your down dog. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, bring those heels down to the ground. One more time, take a deep inhale, and exhale, lower those knees, lower those heels, and then slowly bring the knees down to the ground. Come back to your child's pose, how we started. Reach the hands out in front. And then from here, just start to reach the right hand even further forwards. And then the left hand even further forwards. Start to slow down the breath.